Hi folks, my name is Ali D'Andrea. Welcome back to another episode of Source to Smoke. Today, I am diving into some tips and tricks on how to cook tomahawk steaks on your Oklahoma Joe's charcoal grill to perfection. This is really easy to do, but there are a few key steps that you'll want to pay attention to. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Step 1, we want to pull our meat out of the refrigerator and allow it to come to room temperature prior to grilling. This step is very easily overlooked, but it's really important, and here's why. If you take a steak directly from your refrigerator and put it onto the grill, it is going to be very cold, and it's going to cause the outside to sear way quicker than the inside is going to rise in temperature. So you're going to end up with some really uneven cooking and overall just not a great steak. So what you want to do is pull that meat out of the refrigerator and let it sit on your kitchen table or countertop for at least 30 minutes prior to cooking, and that will help the steak cook so much more evenly. Then I like to take it a step further, and while that meat is resting on the counter, I like to season it with some kosher salt. The reason why I like to do it in this stage is because seasoning it with kosher salt as it's resting will give it 30 minutes to start to season the meat a little deeper. It won't just be a surface seasoning, it will really start to penetrate the meat. The longer that the salt sits on the meat, the better, but in this case, doing it while it is coming up to room temperature is the perfect use of time. Now we are ready to fire up our grill, but the way that you set up your grill is really critical to perfecting this tomahawk steak. You want to set it up in 2 zones. You want a direct heat zone where those charcoal are right underneath the meat for a very hot sear, and you want an indirect side of the grill where the charcoals are indirectly heating that area, leading to a lower temperature and a slower cook. To light your charcoal briquettes, I recommend using a chimney because this will help them catch very quickly. You want to light the charcoal from below, and once that smoke really starts to thin out and all of the charcoal have a light colored ash on top of them, you'll dump them into one half of your grill, open up both dampers, close the lid on the grill, and allow it to start to preheat. While that grill is preheating, we are going back to our meat for the next step. In order to get a really good sear on our steaks, we need to pat them dry. So grab a bunch of paper towels and pat all sides of the meat until it is nice and dry. Water is going to cause the meat to steam on the grill instead of searing, and searing is what we want, so do not skip this step. After you pat it completely dry, coat it in some oil, which will help prevent sticking on the grill, and we are ready to sear. To start the sear, we are going to place the steaks on the direct heat side of the grill. Now keep a close eye because it will only take 2 to 3 minutes per side. Once you have a nice crusty sear on both sides of the steaks, we're going to move them over to the indirect heat side, and this is where some more monitoring comes in place. One of the best tools that you can get yourself as someone who likes to cook meat is a meat thermometer. Having a thermometer is going to allow you to monitor the internal temperature of the meat, so it's giving you eyes into the meat and allowing you to cook it to the exact temperature that you're looking for. I like to grill my steaks to an internal temperature of 130 degrees Fahrenheit. This gives me around a medium rare steak, so as soon as they hit 130 degrees, you want to pull them off the grill and allow them to rest for at least 5 to 10 minutes to reabsorb all of the juices. During this time, the internal temperature will also continue to rise an additional 3 to 5 degrees. And now it is time to eat. We have our beautiful tomahawk steaks that have been grilled perfectly. I am so excited to try this out. I'm going to cut myself a piece. I've got a little bit of steak sauce. Cheers. Oh man, oh man, that's so good. I love steaks, medium rare. Cook steaks however you like. Just know They do start to dry out the more well done that they are. So keep that in mind, but this to me is a perfect tomahawk steak. It's really good. It's really good. There is nothing that compares to the smoky flavor that comes from the grill. You cannot replicate the taste of charcoal, and this is just so much better because of that smoky flavor, and I love it. And to top it all off, like, this is wild game meat that I butchered myself, and to be able to turn it into something delicious like this is so fulfilling and cool. I hope that you learned something great from this video and that you will be grilling up some delicious tomahawk steaks now. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. For more episodes of Source to Smoke, you can check them out right here on Oklahoma Joe's YouTube channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.